got the old app for you. Look, while I'm here.
You got your boo-boo juice? Hold on, pumpkin.
We gotta figure out how to get
Brandy and MJ on here.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Brandy, if you send a... You know what? Maybe I should go live from my new phone. I don't know about y'all, but I like my Galaxy better than I like my iPhone. That's just me.
Yeah, I got my trash iPhone right here. I don't never use it. I don't even really know the number to my iPhone.
I don't know the number to the Galaxy, but I love this phone.
What's up, y'all? Listen, we gonna get this together. We're trying to get everybody on here. It's interesting. Trying to get 4 people on this line. Let me see if I go to the top.
Before. Ever. Okay, so now I'm on here. Let me see. It's online. Let me try it from this phone. Hang up. Hey, you guys, I'm live cool. Again. We're going to hang up on this one. I'm going to try it on my new phone. Okay, bye. Dr. Brandy Johnson. Make sure I got that right. But we're trying to do a live with all 4 of us. I've never done a live like that before. But I'm trying to see, I'm trying to work this phone. And on top of that, I'm trying to see if I can go live with you guys from here instead of the other phone. Now, what's interesting is, okay, there we go. So, Joe, go ahead and send your request as you did before. That's not you. I don't know. Some people are requesting to go live with me, and I don't know who they are. But we're supposed to go live every Wednesday. We're going to do a family live and talk about different topics and give our honest opinions. And we do not always agree. I can tell you that now. Let's see. Now, Brandy, you haven't sent the request. Why not? Sister, I see you saying something in the comments, but I need you to go on and send a request. Joe, Dr. Joe, I don't see your request. MJ, I don't see your... okay, I see MJ. Going live with official. I think he's about to pop up on here. Out of my brothers and my sisters, MJ was the first one I seen, so... What up, bro? So let's see if we can get this together. So you on here, and I'm trying to go live with Randy and Joe. This is why Joe should have did it. I don't know why y'all thought I was the tech savvy one. I don't know what I'm doing. I just got this phone. So I don't see Brandy's request. I don't see Joe's request. Okay, there goes Joe. Oh, it's working. All right, going live with Joe. And now I'm only waiting on Brandy. There's Joe.
Now we need Dr. Brandy to make sure that she hit the request button. That's all she got to do.
She said, I swear. She said it won't let her do it.
What?
Brandy, log off and log back on. It should pop up immediately when you first log on to your into my live. It will ask a question or something like that. Do you want to go live? Like, do you want to send a request or something like that? Whatever it says, request me. We need to get her on here because I think it needs to be the women versus the men.
No, she don't. This dude got on the road.
So we winning.
It's a competition.
We gonna win this one.
Y'all not gonna win this one. Not when I have my sister on my team. Sorry, she about to come with that dictionary vocabulary.
Oh my God!
Hey, what's up? That's saying, what's up to me in the comments? I see y'all.
I'm gonna try to tap on her name and see.
What's up, everybody? We gonna make this happen. Hey, we coming once a week on y'all. So matter of fact, we might have a couple of male women, men challenges, depending on how we feeling. We gonna do all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we do all look alike. We got some strong genes, though.
We all look like daddy. So Brandy still didn't send a request. She's having trouble sending the request.
It's just one button. She just gotta click that.
Brandy,
request.
What kind of phone do you have?
She got an Android. She got an Android.
Hey, Stud, you must have that light on you, Doc. You shine over there.
You see that? Hey, I got that light.
I got mine on too. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait. I think I got one. Hold on. I think I got a little small one somewhere. You know what I do? Hold on.
This ain't working. I need to find Brandy because I don't want to challenge y'all if this Brandy on my team.
You go, okay.
She said she swears she did it, but
all she got to do is click the request. Keep trying it. She got that little
that
baby
is
light.
not the light that you're supposed to be using, bro. MJ, no. Let me see.
Hold on.
She said it keeps saying request wasn't sent.
She might have to cut her phone off and cut it back on or something like that.
Brandy, you need to get on here because I'm ready to give my opinion.
And while we trying to get this together, what are some topics? Y'all put some topics in the comments that y'all think we need to be talking about. Because it's always something to talk about. But I'm interested to know what y'all think we should be talking about. Tell the refresher a lot.
Hey, Happy Brown Queen, what's up? I see you.
Let me see. There go Brandy, got her.
Yeah.
Bam.
There we go.
Bam.
What's up, Daniel?
Bam.
Oh, I'm about to fall out of this chair.
What's up,
All
Green?
right, sister.
Long time no see, Green Eyes. What's up?
Brandy should be on here any second now. Nothing's happening. But I sent her. I accepted her. Brandy, I seen your. I hope she ain't logged off.
She might why it take so long? Relationships. Look, I'm gonna put some of these in here. Relationships.
Screw relationships.
You would say, man.
Toya, what's up? I see you.
Brandy.
Somebody said enjoy you on P Valley. Ain't nobody in no P Valley.
Yeah, I was on P Valley again. You know what I'm saying? I was on P Valley,
Yeah,
I just watched it. It was good. It's a good tea. It's a good show. I like it.
It's a good show. Yes, it's a good show. I like it too.
Sample something.
There's a lot of wow factors. Like, what? No, hell no. Brandy.
She might have put her phone and put it back on.
Hey, Danielle, put your tongue in your mouth. Put your tongue back in your mouth. I see it.
Parenting. No relationship talk, please. Somebody just got dumped. They said no relationship talk, please.
Yeah, forget relationship talk.
Shay, the new girl, looks like you
So,
see. Huh?
Brandy, did you log off and log back on? They ready for us to get this thing started.
I know.
We might have to practice on this next time, but we should get started and still pay attention to see if she
Y'all the one volunteered me to do it. You shouldn't have did that.
She gon' hop on.
I don't see no requests, so I don't know.
You got you got 2 million followers. I mean, who page was supposed to do this on? We're trying to talk to the people.
I didn't know it had to come from my page. I thought if we're all on there, the request goes out to everybody, but I don't know.
I don't know about that. It might do that, but I'm not sure.
Hey, somebody said
I don't
gas
see any.
price.
Where is the request?
We're gonna talk about gas prices.
Yeah.
Brandy, bam.
Found her.
Yeah, it said I sent the invite already, and she ain't. Look, Mama trying to come on here. Mama sent the invite.
Put her on.
Brandy.
Well, hold on. We still trying to get. Because now it's gonna mess up if she trying to do something. We gotta wait a minute.
She gotta log off and log back on. Cause it's showing I sent her an invite and she hasn't accepted it. Do I need to start this over again? Cause
nah, just need to get it. Need to get to it.
I'm about to. Come on, y'all. Go ahead. I'm about to call her. Let's see.
Well, first of all, we need to
hold up.
The topic. I thought there was a topic.
It is a topic. Hold on. We was trying to wait. We got a topic right now that we're gonna do. Hold up. I'm calling her. You can't. You getting? Are you getting a button?
Thank you, Brett.
Did she log off and log back on?
That line coming out this year, so everybody.
No, you can't get on your computer. That's not how you do live.
Get ready. If you feel like you can pull it off, you better believe they're coming this year, 2022.
All right, we gon'
Joey,
cut it back on.
Dr. Joe, can you tell her to log off and log back on, please?
Yeah, I just told her.
I think we should log off and log back on.
Nah.
We got three of us. She said she about to hang up. She about to cut her phone off, cut it back on, and she gonna go. It's all right. Technical difficulties. Let's get this thing popping. She said she get in when she fit in as soon as it worked.
All right. Well, go ahead. So I'm ready to argue.
All right. So listen. We gonna be on here every single week. It's the Johnson Takeover, and we gonna bring a bunch of different topics to you. Y'all know how folks are. There's a lot of opinions. There's a lot of things going on right now. You got a lot of people out here that's struggling. You got a lot of people out here that's capping, claiming that they got it. You got a lot of people out here. It's a lot going on. But the thing is, all right, we're going to bring some dialogue each week where it might be some debates. It might be some real talk. It might be something funny. It might be something that's going on right now. But we're just going to come at y'all every single week and send us some topics. If y'all got different topics that y'all think we should talk about, just shoot us a DM, right? Let us know. She over there feeding baby with the milk. But let's get this thing up. He got some, look.
I got Julio.
Yeah, I bet you do. All right, so let's get this thing popping, right? So we gonna start off real nice and smooth, real simple, and it's easy. And so this is the thing. We got a lot of men and women out here that's always talking about they got it worse, right? And we try to figure out who actually has it worse in this world, the men or the women? Because everybody claim that it's rough for them, but that's the, So who got it worse? Who you think? We gonna Shay, since you're the only woman on here right now, who got it worse and why?
Women. I don't say the word worse. I think that we have a lot of responsibility in society, and we don't get enough credit for what we put out. I do feel that, especially after having a whole human, going through 9 months of that. Yeah, that shows me that we should have a certain level of respect in this world that we don't receive. We're disrespected daily in movies, TV shows, definitely music. We're called out of our name constantly. And if it wasn't for women, you men wouldn't even be here. So I think we should receive more respect than what we're getting. Y'all, after having a child, you can never change my mind and change my perspective on this. And that's just one category that I'm speaking of. Bringing life into the world. You hear that? I did that. I created that human. Y'all can't do that. And
by yourself?
You'll never understand the process, ever.
You created that human by yourself?
You know what he did? He was there for 10 minutes. And that's it. It was over. That part.
You're terrible.
10 minutes. And I had to go through 9 months. Or is it 10 months? However long. I had to go through a whole process. And he get 10 minutes and then he get to go on and live the La Vida Loca. So no. What you mean, what did he do? I could have went to the clinic to get that.
I guess
sperm bank.
It depends on what it is. You know what I'm saying? Women definitely deserve a lot of respect. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to life, everything. Because without you guys, we wouldn't be here. But
we're called bees, bitches, hoes, tramps, sluts. Called all out our name. And it's not like they're pointing a finger at nobody when they do it. Especially, I'm referring to music. They just randomly, these hoes, these bitches, that bitch. I smashed. It's praised to speak that way on women
But
these days.
For women to do the same thing to men.
Really is not. What we're doing is giving you a piece of what you've been giving us for years, especially when it comes to music. Come on now. That's been dominated by men for a long time. Ain't that right, Jaja?
Hey, Stud, go ahead. Break it down.
No, listen. So you got a lot of valid points, but I think one of the things that first I'm gonna say this, because you acting like you made the baby yourself, and it's that I sent you that meme yesterday, and it said, why you got the audacity to have a baby knowing that it's a shortage on baby food? The audacity for you to do that.
No. That's if I live the ways of the world. For number one, I'm her supply. I breastfeed, so she's gonna always have milk because I'm doing what I gotta do as a responsible parent, as a responsible mother, to make sure she eats. So I don't need to go running around to each store looking for formula. I am the formula. God created this right there. I am the formula. Come on now.
Okay. Still, back to the point. You said it 10 minutes, and okay. The reality is this. You okay? What?
Oh,
thank God, man.
There she go. Finally.
Have you been listening, Brandy, to this nonsense?
I don't know.
Have you been listening?
Not really. I came in at the end. I heard y'all talking reckless.
Yeah, they were talking reckless.
We're not talking reckless. The question was just, in a sense, who has it worse, men or women in the world? Because there's a lot of debate. Like, women have it worse, men have it worse. And Shay started talking about, I made this baby, I created this human, blah, blah, blah. We like, no, somebody else.
What I said was women should be more respected in the world we live in today. If it wasn't for us, you men wouldn't be here. After having a whole child, a whole human, and going through the process of creating that baby, I think we should be more respected. We're disrespected in movies. I just said that. We're disrespected on radio and music and TV shows. We're disrespected on all platforms. We're easily called a bitch, a tramp, a hoe, a slut. And I'm just wondering, how did it go so far? Well, how can that be there needs to be a change, seriously. I respect anybody that had a baby more than one child, let alone have one child. I respect you because I just went through that process and it is hell. Then he's talking about, oh, did you make the baby by yourself? No, I didn't make the baby by myself. Her father was there for 10 minutes. He put his 10 minutes in, and then I had to do the rest of the 9 months.
I'm sorry, girl. That's such a consequence.
Hey, what was that? Women's rights? Once that came into effect, it all went haywire. This shit is over.
I ain't gonna say that. Listen, I ain't gonna say the wrong thing and get by all these women on this line, right? But what I will say, it is interesting that, because that's real. You talk about respecting women. Yeah, that's real. I agree with all that. But then it's interesting that women do the same thing to each other and then also blame men for the issue. And I'm not saying the men don't get the blame, but women do the same thing. Y'all call each other bitches, hoes, all kind of stuff. Y'all be going at it. And I'm like, yo, if you're going to be, down for the woman, you can't add to the mess.
Yeah.
So what I have to say is...
Oh, here she go. Dr. Brandy.
I'm just playing, but we could debate this all day, but at the end of the day, no, women do not get the respect they deserve, especially black women. Women of color, especially mother. Period. Blank and the period. I'm not saying that what you're describing is not accurate, but y'all know better than to argue with that sentiment. Women do not get the respect they deserve. Period.
True.
Patriarchy.
True. I'm not disagreeing.
I don't think
good job.
But I still think it's on both. Not both sides. I'm just saying, like, the disrespect and everything is on both sides, and music and TV and everything.
Do the statistics in your mind, bro. You could do the statistics. Y'all could go out and have sex with about 50 different women in a month and be praised for it. We can go out and have sex with 50 different men in that same month and be considered the biggest hoe in the United States of America, the biggest whore on the planet. Why does society look at it that way?
I look at it as you might as well be a porn star. Shit, get some money. She's gonna do
right,
it that
but
way.
why do you think that way? I'm not saying that's cool and I want to do that. That's not what I'm saying. Why does the world look at us as if we have to have all of this self-respect and we have to move a certain way, but when it comes to men, they're praised for what we cannot do, where we're not supposed to do.
And it don't even matter. Like you can move like a goddess. You still gonna get disrespected. It don't even matter.
No, and that's true. But I think we live in a world of double standards. Like women can do this, men can do this, or men can do this. Women, right? We live in a world of double standards, and I think the reality is we program to think that women move like this, men move like this, and most of us do some of the same things. And then we go, like you said, Shay, people call it, oh, if this woman going to sleep with whoever, she a hoe. This man, I'm here to let you know, women can sleep with whoever they want to.
Yeah.
But I think there's a maturity level.
Men. I'm just wondering why is it men can do this and women can't? You know what I mean? Why? Where did that come from?
We've been programmed.
Where did that happen?
Where did it come from? That's what I don't even know the answer to that. Where did it come from?
Look at history.
Okay, but yeah, the history. But more importantly, though, like we're grown, and so you're right. The double standard is real, but we are the ones that perpetuate it. So my expectation of my husband and my brother is that you treat women with a little more respect, like that you do that, and you do, but you do that. That's how you change it.
Yeah, but like, you got to be headstrong to do that, Brandy. You got to be headstrong to do that. You have to be a leader.
We have to be accountable.
There's not enough leaders to me to go down that road. Not to me. There's a lot of followers, and they go off of what they see on television and what living with their whole families out here talking about. Yeah, I didn't hit this and hit that, but y'all got whole families at home and got these people thinking it's okay to live the life that way. Like, you know who I like? Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah,
he probably.
I like him because I like him a lot based off a lot of what he talks about in his music. He says something. A lot of artists out here, they just saying nothing.
That's
a whole bunch of nothing.
That's how
this dude. It's the art of marketing. It's the art of cap. It's the art of making you see one thing, and what's real is something else, right? It's on Instagram every single day. Everybody put up all these smiling pictures. They in front of these cars. They do all this, and then in reality, when they post that picture, they go back to just being broken inside and hurt and pissed off and unhappy. We see it all day, every day.
Social media is smoke and mirrors. Social media allows you to put out what you want people to believe, what you want people to see. But the reality behind social media is totally different. I was just talking about this to somebody. I ain't gonna say no names, but it's just funny how people put on this persona as if they have so much money or if they're living this wild, crazy lifestyle, and reality is they struggling, need help with their bills. Out here trying to fake it till they make it.
But it don't have
it's
to
horrible.
Huh? It doesn't have to be that way. Like we talk about it like we don't have the power to change the narrative. I'm not saying it's easy, but it doesn't have to be that way. Like I get what you're saying, sis. It is that way. I get what you're saying, bro. It is. There's propaganda. It's valuable to like perpetuate a persona or like put out an image. Like it sells. I get it. But it doesn't have to be that way.
How do you change it?
You can change it.
But how?
Leaders.
We do. We do. We're the leaders. Look, let me show you. I'm going to show you how you change it. My house is not clean. Hello, look. Over here. I'm normal. I don't live in a mansion. Big freaking deal. That's how you do it. Who cares?
Yeah, but you got this is one thing that I do know is you got to have a certain level of comfortability and knowing yourself to be able to be like, this is the worst part of me. And I do believe if people start to share some of the worst parts of themselves, more people are able to connect with that than to look what I got, look where I'm at, look how I look, right? More people can connect with your struggles, right? And so as women, I'm gonna get us back to the point. Who has it worse? I mean, I could say a whole lot on why men could argue that we have it worse, especially black men. But I could also probably argue. Hold on, I could probably argue for women. But I think sometimes as men, people act like we gotta be strong and know everything, and we gotta lead, we gotta protect, we gotta do a million different things, and that shit is hard. It's hard. That's the reality. Women want us to operate in so many different roles, and then when we're lacking in one of those roles, we get jumped on.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to deal with as a man.
I think that's got to be true. I think it's hard being a black man.
I got a question.
But it's hard being a black woman.
So
exactly. He said who has it worse. I hear what you're saying, but none of that made me feel as if men have it worse than women because of the role you play in our society. Nah.
Just want to know.
Get that. Go through labor.
Y'all got patriarchy on y'all side. Y'all got patriarchy.
MJ, what you talking about? What you say?
Marriage or a relationship, who has more roles to play?
What?
Woman. And why?
What he say?
He said in a marriage or relationship, who has more roles to play?
I think it's equal. It's supposed to be equal.
But today,
because even Mama was explaining to me when we were growing up, Daddy didn't play a major role in raising us, taking care of us, especially when we were infants, changing our diapers, feeding us, getting up in the middle of the night, taking us to school, picking us up, dropping us off, all that. Daddy didn't play a role into that. He was the provider. He paid the bills and took care of the home, and she basically raised the kids. So, because I was wondering, why Daddy couldn't change a diaper. It was simple things with Jaya. He didn't understand and didn't know what to do. And she said he didn't do nothing when y'all was growing up. That's why. It was like he wasn't even there.
And she still had to work too, didn't she?
And that's a part of the relationship. That's a part of the life goals. That in life you have these different roles that you play. And as her role, she was the mother. She was raising the kids. She would have wanted help. She said it would have been nice to have more help from him, but he just didn't give it. And he felt like his role as far as providing for the household was all he needed to do. Not fair.
Okay. I'm real quick. I got a confession. All right. So when me and Dr. Brandy had our first son, right? JoJo. I remember being in the room when she had the baby, and I was asleep, and I would hear her, and she was sometimes like, can you go get the baby? And I would act like I don't hear nothing and see nothing. I just stay asleep.
This is such a trigger for me. This is a trauma trigger for me. No good.
It's so bad that I did that. I'm sorry, but I just had to confess because I know you was mad at me back then.
Can you go into deeper depth with that? Why would you do that, knowing she needed help, though?
Well, number one, first time father. I know what to do. I didn't know how to treat. I didn't know how to deal with her. I didn't know how to deal with no kids. I was tired. She was tired, but she had the milk, right? She was the source. So I figured she got it.
Yeah, she was all things.
My bad. I was wrong.
I was all things. And to your point, empathy goes a long way, husband. You didn't know what to do.
He didn't put himself in your shoes
either.
Yeah.
We don't be knowing. We just figuring it out alone.
Because she was a new mother. You talking about you were a new mother. She was a new mother. So you guys should have figured it out together versus giving her the full responsibility because she had milk in her boob. Come on, bro.
Can I tell you that?
I didn't say I was wrong. I ain't know. My bad. I apologize, baby. My bad.
Brandy, you need to you need to do better than that. I don't know. Brandy, make him do something.
He does do better than that now. Joe is mature, but I'm about to tell you for real, babe. Can I tell you for real?
Go ahead.
Let me tell you what really hurt me. What really pissed me off.
Oh,
I was breastfeeding, and I was pumping and saving the milk. As you very well know, sis, I was saving the milk. I kept having to get up. Joe gonna tell me, let me tell you what you should do. Because he called himself helping me. He said, what you should do is go get the bottle ahead of time, set it on your side of the bed so that when you have to feed him, you can roll over and feed him. I was like, if it's in the bottle, how is that helpful? Why not you go get it? Why don't you go get it? He thought he was being helpful by telling me when to go get the bottle. That's not helpful.
Yeah, but I had hurt my ankle during that time too.
The lies. I am so grateful that you have grown, husband.
Tell me the difference between your first child versus the second child. Was there a major difference? Did he put forth the effort to help you?
Yeah, a little bit more. I still think the mom always does, usually, not always. It's not always the case, but I do think the mom usually does more.
I would agree with that. I think women definitely, when you have a baby, when you have a child, there's pressure on a woman. I don't even want to say more, but there's a lot of pressure on a woman, right? At the same time, there's pressure on men because now it's like I gotta have my stuff together to provide, to make sure you still being a partner to your wife or your woman, whoever. Like it's pressure all around. So I'm trying to figure out who has it worse or if that even matters. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I'm trying to soak up this game because I ain't got no kids. So I'm listening like, oh, what's going on over here? All right, I need to know what to do.
Go get the bottle, bro. Go get the bottle. Don't play.
All right.
I thought it was some type of rules and regulations I needed to follow, a list of instructions I needed to go by. This process for me is really kind of learn as you go. I've made so many mistakes with her already, and she only a few weeks, so it's a learning process. That motherly instinct, Brandy, did kick in. I will say that it did kick in. I wouldn't ever put full responsibility on her father, but the help would be nice because he's the type that will give money. Say, here you go do whatever, versus being there.
That's not the only thing provided, bro. Especially in this day and age, our kids, our black kids, they need emotional safety, psychological safety. They need more than money.
Okay,
so I didn't yawn. You know why I'm yawning so much on here? Because I don't get no sleep. At night, she thinks it's playtime. At night, she want to get up at least 4 or 5 times throughout the night, bother me. She might go to sleep sometimes 2 hours. It's been the longest she went to sleep was almost 4 hours. That felt like heaven. Seriously, and that happened recently because she was sleeping in my bed versus sleeping in her bassinet, and she ain't definitely going in her crib. But it just seemed like I just can't get no sleep. And then the nanny that I know I would love, who is this Jamaican lady, she can't start for another few weeks, so I'm kind of stuck dealing with it. Daddy can't help me because he got narcolepsy and sleep apnea. So at any moment, I told him no. Every time we get in the car, he fall asleep. I sent Joe a video today. Daddy sits in the back with the baby, with his granddaughter, while I'm driving, running around doing what I got to do. And I'm like, Daddy, watch her, make sure she good. Every time he feel like, okay, I'm watching her, and go right to sleep in the back.
Leave my phone alone.
Hey.
Nothing I can do.
The Zoom call in 10 minutes.
Huh? All right, okay, that's cool. But listen. All right. So the thing, once again, the question is, who has it worse, men or women? I think at the end of the day, and y'all could chime in, it seems like, Shay, you saying you ain't budging. You saying women. Randy, you really didn't go specific on who you say. And you didn't give an answer. Who you think?
I was messing up.
We hear you.
Are you asking me?
Yep. Who do you think? You didn't give us an answer.
I think that there are contextual variables that make it different for everybody. Okay. But by and large, I think black women, because of the pervasive experiences.
Yeah, I didn't say explain. I just wanted to answer. You gonna go all the way in.
No, I want her to go. Let her give her answer. Go ahead, Brandy.
Sexism and racism is a 2-pack punch, and y'all don't recognize it. So I would say women of color.
All right. MJ.
I think it's an equal fight. If you ask me, I think it's an equal fight. I do understand, what goes on, with women and how difficult it is. I do understand, and I agree with everything y'all saying about.
You could have a baby.
I agree with everything that y'all about women, but I think today, because there's a lot more women that are either more successful, have more money, or more responsibility than certain men, and they're praised and men are looked on, and they're being, treated a certain type of way, you know what I mean? And they're put in a position that women used to be in, you know what I mean? So I just think that the tables have turned around, you know what I'm saying, at this point, but I still think it's still difficult for women. And I think it's an equal thing when it comes to me, I believe.
All right. So we got women by the women. We got equal. We got equal by MJ, and I'm gonna agree with my little bro. I think it's equal. There's a lot of context to it, but I think it's equal, and I think there's a lot of lack of understanding that men have of women, a lack of understanding that women have of men, and so there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, and I always say this: get your shit together as individuals. That's the biggest thing, because we a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say though, I gotta say this though. You have to validate the experience of the oppressed though. Like, and just because I'm saying women have it, generally we have it harder, women of color, because of sexism and racism, which also impacts like capitalism. Women don't make as much as men usually, like in the same job. Usually, statistically speaking. So our gender impacts our money. Like, so even if you see a black woman in a position of power, if you compare her to another person in that same position of power, she gonna make less. You can't compare her to someone in a different position.
That's true.
So women do have it harder, and I think that doesn't mean that black men don't have it hard.
No,
that's not what I'm saying.
Women just make less.
Both my brothers and my sister,
but that don't,
and we don't know in the world we live in today.
In that instant, in that situation, you know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
I want her opinion.
Y'all just three people talking at once. What you say? What you doing?
I want you to give your opinion. I'm having a debate right now with my sister Brandy, Dr. Joe, and MJ. And the question is, in the world we live in,
he disrespected Dr. Brandy.
Who is that?
Huh?
Who is that?
Why do you say that? You gonna know who it is.
Because women lead the world. They're the foundation of the household. They know when a potato is left, they got a little slice of bread is left in the thing. These kids, they feel about them. They juggle. They wear more than one hat.
Yep. We wear many hats.
She said something about a potato?
She said when it's one potato and one slice of bread left, we know it's one slice of bread and one slice of potato, and we got to go out and get some up. Basically, that's one of the many hats we wear.
Oh, my God.
She ain't lying, though.
Well, if you were to think it,
exactly. We got it harder.
Take the money to get the bread, you should have bought enough loaves.
Period.
The one loaf.
Sexism.
Breast cancer.
She said we have all these periods and womanly issues, breast cancer. We go through a lot, physically, mentally, mother, just in the world. Period. And even when it comes to like certain jobs,
and we're the least appreciated.
My brothers are trying to say people, but it's not.
No, it ain't. No,
and on that note, I gotta go because I gotta go take care of these kids. Hello.
Hey, listen. All right, listen, y'all. Appreciate you, Mama D. Listen, we gonna be here every single week. Y'all make sure to follow everybody on here. Dr. Brandy,
that's what I
right? Said. MJ, Shay, myself.
The whole human up
Shay,
here.
get off the phone so we close this thing out.
Oh,
You can't
glasses fogging up. Man. All right. Anyways, y'all, we're going to be here every single week.
Good answer. I'll call you right. She was crying and screaming. I'm finna call you about it. I'm gonna show you the videos. I cried. I couldn't help it. I'll call you right now. What you say?
Look, she ain't hear nothing. Just talking. All right, so listen, no, I'm just saying. Make sure y'all follow everybody on here. Obviously, y'all already following Shay. Follow Dr. Brandy.
Questions. People are on here and they're asking questions. Why are we not asking questions?
Dr. Brandy got to leave, but I'm down. I'll sit here. I'm good.
I got a Zoom call with
Why you gotta leave?
I got the Zoom call with them people in less than 3 minutes.
Okay, go ahead. Let's take a couple questions. While you're here.
I could do 2. I got these kids. See?
Okay.
Who kids you got?
So
let's see what question y'all think. Let me see. I'm trying to read the questions.
I feed the baby. She wiggling over there.
That can. Let me see. If y'all see the question,
I gotta go handle some other work.
Okay.
All right, peace.
Love you,
All
bro.
right,
Bye.
all right, peace. One, we will. I don't see the questions you say that was on here. Ain't right.
Plenty people been asking questions this whole time. Just ain't been looking at them.
Somebody gonna say your brother MJ ain't right because it's the green hat.
Leave my brother alone. Ain't right.
April Moore 1. She funny. All right, y'all. Listen, we're gonna be on here next week. We'll plan to answer more questions next week, y'all. But I think because I don't see nobody with no questions on here. I think what's most important, y'all send us some topics y'all want us to talk about. We'll bring some topics to the table. But at the end of the day, once again, men and women, we gotta understand each other more. We all got stuff going on, and maybe if we stop blaming each other, we can get some things together. That's my point.
So we'll be back every Wednesday at what time?
About 8:00.
So next week, Wednesday, 8:00, we'll be promoting throughout the week. So
there you go. We'll see y'all then.
Holla.
Not the dream. Peace.
Bye, babe. Bye, sis.
All right.
I love y'all.